Hello and welcome. This is Diana, and you are watching Holistic Vibes. This is going to be a generalized reading, and it is going to be for the sign of Libra. Hope you guys are doing well. On my meditation, your guys' energy seems very contemplative, very maybe it's preparation for the moon, right? It's kind of like a shift within your own psyche so that it's that balancing in your equilibrium. There is like this soberingness to like the energy or the energy that's trying to come through. Uh, You know what? Why don't you guys tell me the what? Okay, so there's definitely some introspection. Could very well be with somebody that you are like no long, it's kind of like defenses are up or hackles are up, like the intuitive awareness regardless of the inner knowing, the inner awareness. It's kind of like there is this meditative practice of like alignment, no longer being in a state of timidness in regards to the what you desire or the what you deserve, right? There's almost like there's this higher perspective that is kind of intervening in that cognitive awareness. It's kind of interesting. Did I get somebody? Huh. Yep. Pardon me. There can quite possibly be some kind of a projection that's offering clarity out of like this emotional turmoil, right? Pardon me. Because like the truth is that you could have been in a state of stagnancy for an elongated period of time. And again, something having to do with this eclipse energy, this full moon energy, um, the shifting and the transformation of like you coming into your own alignment, your own, it's like a reflective state of being, kind of where there's no more like angst, again with the defensiveness, again with the like um, yeah, there could very well be an offer made after an elongated period of time of struggle, of impediment, of like, again, you have to go to the end to get to the beginning, right? There could very well have been like this. It's like an ease of alignment through like what it means to be in your Ten of Cups, like what it means to be in your divine, like alignment allowance through. It's almost like this reflective period of time of like, I don't know what the festival is in India where they do like the big marigolds, but that's kind of like what I'm getting is like it's a releasing into the water of like the what's been previously and no longer allowing that to have a tether or a tie to the energy, to the frequency of like the alignment like between you and another person, getting rid of the drudgery of like the energy that's been in the past, right? Because it's like we don't even realize if it's been say a year, if it's been like 5 years, if it's been 9 years, whatever the elongated period of time of separation is, like that person is no longer the person that you initially met because there's been a progressive shift in their reality through the evolution of self. And there could be something with the number nine. um But there's going to be some kind of a clear understanding of like the focus on what you want versus the focus on what you don't want. Because again, like the universe doesn't realize that that's not what you want, but you have to, and I am notorious for this, is like the dwelling in the, like maybe you need to listen to a lot of Abraham Hicks, because at the beginning, like that really helped me shift my concentration in like the words that I'm speaking, or Florence Novel Shin, right? Like the understanding the energy that you're projecting out and the how it's being reciprocated back to you. Um, no, I don't want to use those. Some of you may go to Peru or Tibet. Some of you may come to the redwoods. But there is some kind of like release and shift in new beginnings. Like once the sunflower starts stepping into being, once like you kind of are in a state of peace and alignment in like uh it's kind of like rebalancing your equilibrium. It's like kind of regathering your own footing so that you're no longer in lack and limitation. I don't know. So like if some of you have been in a state of anxiety, in a state of like hardship, just exit it out, right? Just take it in, like feel it fully from the feet all the way up to the crown of your body, and honor the fact that yes, you have been in fight or flight. Whatever pathways have been chosen, however you've activated somebody's lower vibrational nature, whatever's come out through like whatever's happening in your life, right? Because the thing is the sooner that you can get into a space where it's I release you with love, like I release you with the thankfulness that you gave me the knowledge up to this point. Like I had to learn X about me through you, right? And there can be a shift in like a heart pain, right? Like where your heart feels like it can't move forward, or where there's like this impediment of self. And like honor that journey, right? Because it's hard to hold out time or to wait for somebody to be what it is that you saw in them, right? But in the end, like you can say coulda, woulda, shoulda, or I'm hoping because I see potential in, but in the end, like potential is just potential until it's been executed. And if it hasn't been executed, there is a reason for that to not take place. And instead of holding on to it, because if you're following me, if you came across me, hello and welcome. You are intuitive. Like you hold some kind of a gift that is going to connect you to the I am, to the greater presence of the one source. And you're probably a good judge of character. You're probably a good judge of people. Like you don't know why you like some people, but you like some people. And some people you're absolutely not. That energy doesn't resonate with you, and you completely, whether it's an entity attachment, whether it's a reminding energy, that is coming through, right? Um, why is that? They're just saying there is like a reflectiveness to like the energy that you've been experiencing, the energy that needs to be fully released, the energy that's kind of been keeping you stuck and stagnant in an energy where um, you've been holding on to old vibrational frequencies in a state of defensiveness. And in actuality, in order to get into your heart center, you have to really like honor the points where maybe you read the room incorrectly, because again, like that's why so many psychics say, oh, it's so difficult for me to read for myself or for anybody that I love, right? It's because you distinctly have vested interest in like hoping, wishing, dreaming that they step into their highest timeline or they get exactly what they want, or all of a sudden they win the lottery, right? And it's through like the detachment of the energy that it helps you get into a state where you're no longer holding in defense. You're open and saying bring it on, right? It's like I've already read the room from 5 different locations, and I can tell you specifically like what is coming into the reality, right? And it's like when you kind of understand that you're walking magic, or that you're walking with the gifts of your DNA, right? There is like this shift in like your stability. There's a shift in your security. There's a shift in regards to what you're willing to hold on to and what you're willing to give away. The where you're holding space for, the what you're allowing to creep into your space, the how you want to deal with individuals, like the what you're willing to be in, right? And so it's like through the shift of your own understanding, like you're then activating this other, it's like a it's another paradigm, right? And some of you very well may be playing with like biokinesis. It's the ability to alter your own genes in possibly in other animals, right? And then the other one is psychometry. And psychometry is the ability to feel someone's energy and to be able to determine someone's belongings again. So maybe it's have like for me, I have a watch to my Oma, and that's something that whenever I want to connect to her energy, because she literally wore it every single day, I will wear it. And it really connects me to her energy without effort. And so maybe that's something that you're going to start playing with, or you're going to start understanding, or maybe that's something that like you have connected to. I just keep getting it's like you seeing through the illusions of what another is trying to push forward, and it's through the sanctity of like your own abilities. Like somebody's going to get a new job, by the way, because it just popped up. So there's no need to stress if you do not see it. If you guys don't burn ancestral money, like burn the money and put a wish on it, right? Put an ask and ask for them to bring you that abundance, for you to be the actual attractor. And like let them surprise you in how it's going to unfold within your reality, right? Like through the frequency of alignment, that is really going to it's going to be a big shift. They just said it's going to be an instantaneous shift. Like it's going to throw you off, like how quickly what you manifested because you burnt ancestral money and you gave it to them and just said, look, create the pathway and release the process and just get me to where I need to go for my highest and best good, right? And if you did that, then it's literally coming to you far quicker than what you could have even like designed for, Libra. Is there anything else or any other words of wisdom that need to come through? Change your life. It's time. You are the inner magician. Like, yeah, it says your plans are working out very well professional and financial success, using resources wisely, new beginnings. It's all about like you celebrating like your possible of highest timeline. Um, You just have to make the decision and make the focus of saying this is this and this is that, and that's it, right? And once you shift, like because we forget, like through the awakening process and through like toxic family, like you give away your control continuously through all the interactions. Our society is kind of pushed through to constantly give away your time for free. You're constantly like being the empathetic overgiver, right? And it's time to like wheel back that energetic frequency and understand that like your energy is your energy. My energy is my energy. And when you set that preference and you set that barrier of like, peace be with you, I wish you nothing but the best, but you can't have my energy. My energy is for my creation. And when you like shift and you set those boundaries, like you all of a sudden then become the transmutation artist. Like you then become like an active participant to your own magical, like shifting your reality, like the understanding the spectrum of energetic frequencies and how you're stepping into your own energy and how you're understanding. And they just said somebody was holding the light. Maybe that's something that like you realize, like God, again, the footprints prayer may be relevant for you. Um, that God was carrying you through your darkness, through your procrastination, through the fear and the elongations or the waitings to be seen, right? It's not a easy journey to throw all of you out to be seen by all parties. If you have a counterpart who is that can telepathy, can communicate to you, right? Then that is going to be a different variation of connection, because then you realize, oh shit, I have nowhere to hide. Like this is like transposed of who I am, right? And so you're maybe going to start like working through those energetic frequencies of understanding that you've met your mirror. I don't know. This is like, they're kind of showing me this is a bits and pieces for all people, or for different variations of people that need to hear X, Y, and Z. But again, going back to the hardship, right? It's you embracing the opportunities that are going to bring change in your life, that are going to bring the creativity and the activations of what you want and what you desire. Like what looks fun to you? How do you want to play in this next wave, right? There is going to ask God to, like, seriously, like through meditation and through prayer, like ask God to give you the wisdom to light the path so that you can go forward, right? To gift you the energy and the frequency that you can, so that you can step into your purpose. And it's through the manifestations and through that frequency that you are going to gain abundance. You're going to gain, like, it's a fruitful life is what they're showing me. It's like all of a sudden all these things align to where you find your soul family, you find your divine counterpart. You're all of a sudden like building community. And there's these like-minded souls that are kind of coming together or aligning together. And it's through the honoring of the stress that you've had, of the problems you've had, of like the impediments that have taken place mentally and physically. It's through the walking through the journey of like where you've given up on yourself and where you've had to reclaim back your strength, right? And like that is going to kind of reactivate your inner curiosity to become the seeker of knowledge, to not only just hold the light, but you also are disseminating that information, right? Yeah. No, that's not the right one. Where is it? Sorry, they just showed me in my mind's eye. Uh, where are they? Sorry, guys. Okay, and the last card is going to be for guidance. There we go. So for some of you, you may want to work with Isis, Krishna, and Faith. Magic is manifesting through devotion and humanity and benevolence. Expected miracles, romance, and connection. Again, with the romantic and the community, it's kind of going through like laying into your divine guidance in regards to like, what does success look like to you? What is it that you want to accomplish in this lifetime? How do you want to show up? Have you communicated and like reset to your highest timeline, or are you constantly in defense mode? Some of you very well may want to meditate on these numbers for your upgrades and blueprints. It's 12543121158431985. And ask for those updates. Ask for the things that have been obstacles in your way to be fully removed. Like, honor the activation in the hands. And some of you may want to put your hands in running water just to kind of reactivate the current and the flow in your energy, right? Just kind of reconnecting to the divine and allowing your energy to shift. Also, some of you very well may have like a very large aura, and you want to pull that aura in, because as you're out and about, if you happen to be going with large crowds, you're just absorbing their energy. If you have shoulder problems, just identify and see it and say, I see you, and I'll go ahead and clear those energies out of your field. Again, identifying like what's filling your cup and what's taking from your cup. And are you starting with an empty cup and trying to fill up somebody else's cup? Or are you honoring your energy and like the what it is that you've been experiencing? Um, and again, because they're saying like it's the unconditional love. It's the, because it's not even the expecting what you inspect, but it's also that the realization of like when your cup is not being filled by an individual, no longer again giving them the mm, potential of what they can become. It's commanding, naming, and requiring it to step forward as you're proceeding, moving. I don't know. I'll leave that there. For those of you that felt that energy shift, please pull in this like marigold yellow into your field and allow your cup to be filled. Any gaps, any fills, any impediments, just allow it to like wash over you. And if you would like a reading or a healing, all of my information is below, or you can go to HolisticVibes.org. And until next time, be well. Ciao.